Imagine a space where every word is understood, not just heard, where every nuance is respected and each pause is as important as the words that actually fill the silence. Welcome to the meeting place. And today, we're not just talking about conversations, we're curating the perfect environment for them. It's about creating a sanctuary where delicate words can unfurl and difficult messages can be received with openness. Hey, I'm Michelle O'Neill, and I'd like you to join me as we navigate through the art of conversation, exploring how the right setting is as crucial as the dialogue itself. This is where change begins and understanding actually deepens. So let's create the perfect space together. Last week on the meeting place, we discussed seeing the signs that things may be shifting for your loved ones. Maybe it's your mom's misplaced glasses more often than usual, or your teenager's sudden silence and withdrawal. Recognizing these signs is where your journey starts. And for a deeper dive into recognizing these signs, why don't you go ahead and check out the Caring Corner podcast, episode 35. But for now, go ahead and share in the comments. Let me ask you, what signs have you been observing lately? Tell me. But it's more than just recognizing the signs and barreling into a deep conversations. And did you catch that word, barreling? Yeah, what I'm saying is just busting in like a bull in a china closet, right? So, where you're having these conversations is important as well. Think of the environment as the stage set before the play begins. The setting influences, well, your mood, the tone, the reception, and everything about that performance that's getting ready to begin. And in the same way, the setting that we set for our conversation sets the tone for open communication. An environment free from distractions communicates that you're giving the conversation your undivided attention. It says, hey, this is important. You're important. Imagine trying to discuss a sensitive topic in a busting, noisy cafe or with the TV blaring in the background, right? The message actually gets lost and it might even feel impersonal or hurried. Or your attention may be somewhere else, listening to that show on the TV. But more than just physical environment, the emotional ambiance matters too. And if the person feels safe, respected, and valued, they're more likely to open up and share their feelings. It's about creating a space where they feel that they can be, well, vulnerable without being judged. And who wouldn't want to be in that space, right? Choosing a familiar setting, one that carries positive associations, can also act as a balm to potential anxiety. This could be a favorite room in the house, a park bench where you've shared many conversations, or just uh, over a cup of tea or coffee that's been a ritual in the past and that has comforted for years. In essence, setting the right environment is about crafting a sanctuary, a safe haven for sharing emotions and thoughts and feelings without reservations. But what about knowing the right questions to ask? Yeah, the right environment is important. But the right question is too. Have you ever, well, get this, have you ever watched a potter at work and how he or she gently have their hand cradling that clay as the spinning wheel moves around, and it's just that gentle guiding. Well, that gentle molding of clay is into that that beautiful vase that you're creating doesn't happen with force. In fact, if you force it, you usually cause more damage than beauty. It's about delicate guidance. And similarly, our conversations, especially the tricky ones, they need that gentle touch. Instead of that direct, you seem forgetful lately, or why are you always forgetting things? That's not you. Imagine framing it as a, well, hey, mom, how did you feel during our family game last night? It's about crafting a question that opens doors rather than shutting them. It's asking those open ended questions and pausing to let them think and answer them. I remember sitting not too long ago with my mom trying to actually approach a delicate topic. And instead of confronting her directly, I started with actually a shared moment. Remember when asking her how she felt about those times? Weren't they fun? That's not only easing her into a conversation, but it deepened our bond. It was the beauty of a shared moment. So I would encourage you to reflect on this. What's one question that you've been holding back, fearing that it might hurt or be misunderstood? Why don't you share that in the comments below? And together we can find a way of reshaping it. Let me help you reframe that in a better way. But before I go, I want to touch on one more thing that I feel is absolutely crucial in our conversations, and especially when we hit those crucial crossroads. And that, my friend, is silence. Magic often lies in the silences, in the moments of quiet understanding. It reminds me of when my daughter was wrestling with a difficult decision in her life, and I had all these great pearls of wisdom that I was ready to just burst in there with. I had things that I wanted to say. I was ready. But instead, I felt this nudging to just be still. And so I just sat next to her, enjoying my surroundings, the breeze, just being there, being present, hearing her breath, and being non-intrusive. And that silent companionship said more than words ever could. And so here's a thought. When was the last time you just listened without the urge to respond, and when you simply held space for someone? I would love for you to share that with us in the comments. As we stand at these crossroads, remember the strength in recognizing the signs and the power of genuine conversation. And I would love to go deeper in this. And so, for a full guide of navigating these conversations, I want you to hop on over and tune in to episode 36 of our podcast, The Caring Corner. And there I actually have a special gift for you, waiting for you in the description. 5 keys to navigating difficult conversations. I want to give you something to walk away with as you listen to the podcast, hear more examples, get more tips, and then go ahead and grab your gift. And until our next meeting here, I am sending you strength, love, and courage to speak your heart. Until next time, I wasn't able to be with you 100% in person today, but I am in the comments. And I felt this conversation between us was so important that I couldn't let it wait another day. Until next time, bye-bye.